Hello YouTube and welcome to my little ScreenFlow tutorial. I was asked to do this by I think it was I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to look this up because I don't want to get your name wrong. Where was on this video? Bubby Berry. You asked me to do a tutorial for ScreenFlow, so that is what I'm doing. What I've done here is I've got myself a little clip to work with. This is just a Modern Warfare 2 clip from an editing contest. Pretty sweet. And I'm basically just going to show you what you can do in ScreenFlow to that clip. Now, ScreenFlow's editing is all done using these buttons here. And what you can do is you can take the video properties. So if you select the clip you want to edit, you get to adjust the size of the video, so you basically can adjust how big it is. Then you've got the X rotation, which would flip it towards the screen and away from the screen, like so. You've got the Y rotation, which basically spins it on its Y axis, which is the vertical axis, and the Z rotation, like so. Then you've got opacity, so you can adjust how visible you want it to be. You've got reflection, which basically mirrors the video underneath itself. You've got shadow, which drops a shadow under the video. Again, it's all kind of obvious, and you can adjust how strong you want the shadow to be, what angle you want it to be at, what color you want the shadow to be, the offset, the opacity, the blur, which is quite a lot of detail. Then you've got this. This is the color correction. So you've got saturation, which you can adjust. You've got the brightness, again, pretty simple. It's just sort of making it so you get the numbers to what you want them to be. It's really personal preference. I've started adding a bit of saturation, color correction to my Minecraft videos just so you can see a bit more. And then you've got contrast, which is the depth of the blacks, if you didn't know what that was. And then you've got audio properties. This is basically just adjusting the volume. You can increase the volume up to 170% on this program. There are probably programs that can do higher amounts, but you've got ducking, which is if you've got multiple audio tracks, you can reduce one track's volume whilst the other track is playing. Whenever the track makes noise, all the other tracks on the clip reduce in volume. So if I had another clip here where I said boo at this point here, then this clip would reduce its volume as I said boo. Kind of simple. Then you've got effects. You can add sound effects. So if you added presence, it basically just boosts it. I think it's a basic boosting device, so it makes the video seem a bit louder. So yeah. Then you've got other things like plate, which sort of mutes some of the noise and gives it a bit of a tinny sound. One that sounds quite funny if you put it on this sort of clip is band pass. Which basically turns it into sort of like a stereo replay. Then you've got all these weirdly named sound effects, which cathedral. It gives it basically a bit of an echo and a deeper sound. And you can adjust how strong the effect is when you put it, and you can mix the input to mono, which basically it means that when it makes a noise, instead of it separating the noises and putting them out separately, it will basically combine them all. And what it does, in simple terms, is it makes it quite loud, and it also cleans up the sound a bit. So if you play it like that, Don't know if you noticed that, but it sounded quite significantly clearer and louder on my headset. It could just be me though. Then you've got this, which is screen recording qualities, properties. Sorry, not qualities. And it basically is you can decide whether you want your mouse visible, where the mouse can zoom in. So you can have it so that where your mouse is, the screen zooms into there. You can also have it so that when you click on something, it makes a noise. You can make it so that your clicker is different shapes and how opaque you want them, whether you want them to make a sound. You can also make it so that if you press any keys while you're recording, it will show them on the screen. And then you've got the mouse. This is call out action, so I don't actually use this, and before you start thinking I'm some sort of ScreenFlow expert, this is just basically what I know about it. There are probably much better tutorials out there if you want to know the ins and outs of it, but this is just basic recording and editing styles. Callouts, I really don't know. I think it's basically where something pops up on the video and you can highlight it. Text, you can add text to it, so if you add a text box, you'll get some text. Simple enough. You can edit the text in a variety of ways: font, background, fill, and stuff like that. And then you can add other media to your recording. So I'm going to have a little muck around with this, and at the end of the clip I will show you what I create with it, and hopefully you'll like it. So this hasn't been the best tutorial, I'm sure, but hopefully you found it useful, because I'm not a techie. I don't know much about computers. I don't know a huge deal about programming. So I'm hoping that my tutorials will help people understand it, for people that also aren't very computer savvy, shall we say. And hopefully, what's his name? I've closed again. It's like Berry. Hopefully you've enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully you found it useful. And yeah, if anyone else has any requests, please just send them to me. I'll try and get to them as quickly as possible. So until I talk to you next time, you guys keep on digging.